ഓം 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 ശ്രീ ഗുരുഭ്യോ നമഃ. ഹരി ഓം. ഓം ഗും ഗുരുഭ്യോ നമഃ. ഓം ഗം ഗണപതയേ നമഃ. ഓം ഐം സരസ്വത്यै നമഃ. ഓം ഗണാനാം ത്വാം ഗണപതിഗും ഹവാമഹേ കവിം കവീനാം ഉപമശ്രവസ്തമം ജ്യേഷ്ഠരാജം ബ്രഹ്മണാം ബ്രഹ്മണസ്പത ആനശൃണ്വന്നോതിഭിസ്സീദസാദനം. ഓം ശ്രീ മഹാഗണപതയേ നമഃ. ഓം നമഃ ശിവായ ഗുരവേ സച്ചിദാനന്ദമൂർത്തയേ നിഷ്പ്രപഞ്ചായ ശാന്തായ നിരാലംബായ തേജസേ. ഓം യസ്യാത്മഭൂതസ്യ ഗുരുപ്രസാദാത് അഹം വിമുക്തോസ്മി സംസാരബന്ധാത്. സർവോപദേഷ്ടു ശിവാനന്ദമൂർത്തേഃ മൃദ്വഗ്രിയുഗ്മം പ്രണതോസ്മി നിത്യം. ദയാസിന്ധും ദീനബന്ധും ശാസ്ത്രാർത്ഥബോധനപട്ടും മസ്കരീന്ദ്രവരം നൗമി ശ്രീ ചിദാനന്ദസദ്ഗുരും. ഓം പ്രാണിനാം ദുഃഖഹർത്താരോ ജ്ഞാനദോ ഭുവനമുക്തയേ ശിവാനന്ദ ചിദാനന്ദോ ആശ്രയേ ഗുരുസത്തമോ. ഓം ശാന്താത്മാനം പ്രണതസുലഭം സിദ്ധവിദ്യാപ്രഭാവം ഭാസ്വദ്രൂപം സുഗുണനിലയം ധ്വസ്തകർമാദിവർഗം പ്രജ്ഞാവൃത്തം നിജ സമദൃശം താരതം ത്യാഗിവദ്യം സാക്ഷാത് ഈശം മമ ഗുരുവരം ശിവാനന്ദം നതോസ്മി ശിവാനന്ദം നതോസ്മി. ഓം ഓം ശന്നോ മിത്രശം വരുണഃ ശന്നോ ഭവത്വര്യമാ ശന്ന ഇന്ദ്രോ ബൃഹസ്പതിഃ ശന്നോ വിഷ്ണുരുക്രമഃ. നമോ ബ്രഹ്മണേ നമസ്തേ വായോ ത്വമേവ പ്രത്യക്ഷം ബ്രഹ്മാസി ത്വാമേവ പ്രത്യക്ഷം ബ്രഹ്മ വദിഷ്യാമി ഋതം വദിഷ്യാമി സത്യം വദിഷ്യാമി. തന്മാമവതു തദ്വക്താരമവതു അവതു മാം അവതു വക്താരം. ഓം ശാന്തി ശാന്തി ശാന്തി. ഓം സഹനാവവതു സഹനൗ ഭുനക്തു സഹ വീര്യം കരവാവഹൈ തേജസ്വിനാവധീതമസ്തു മാ വിദ്വിഷാവഹൈ. ഓം ശാന്തി ശാന്തി ശാന്തി. So the Shanti mantra is Sahanau Avatu. The Supreme Reality protect both the teacher and the taught. Sahanau Bhunaktu. That Supreme Reality nourish both of us. Sahavirjam Karavavahe. Let us, both of us, have that virya, that strength, that knowledge of that Brahman. Tejasvina Avadhitamastu. Let us have that Brahma Tejas, that knowledge be dawned on us, and the Brahma Tejas be there. Ma Vidvishavahai. Let there not be any misunderstanding between us. That is the Shanti mantra. And then the first mantra is Bhriguvalli Varunam Pitaramupasasara Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti Tasma Yetat Provacha Annam Pranam Chakshushrotram Manovachamiti Tagumho Vacha Yatova Imani Bhutani Jayante Yena Jatani Jivanti Yat Prayantyabi Sambisanti Tadvijiknyasasva Tadbrahmeti Satapotapyata Satapastaptva. The first mantra is this is the first mantra. Bhriguvalli. Bhrigu, the famous Bhrigu, the son of Varuna. Varunam Pitaram Upasasara. He approached the father Varuna and told him, Adihi Bhagavo Brahmeti, kindly enlighten me, kindly teach me about that Brahman. Make me understand about that Brahman. Give me that knowledge of Brahman. So he makes a request like that. Tasma yetat provacha, tasmai yetat provacha. To him, the father did not give a direct, you teach me, all right, I will teach you Brahman. He did not say like that. He told this. Annam pranam chakshushrotram manovachamiti. He said, I will give you 5 tools, 5 gateways through which you have to find out. Annam, food, prana, the vital air, chakshu, eye, shrotram, the ear, mano, mind, vacham, words, vak. These are the 5 gateways which will help you to understand that supreme reality. And I will give you the lakshana. Through this you have to go and find out. What is the lakshana? Tagumho vacha yato va imani bhutani jayante. From where all these things have, you see so many things here. From where all these things are born. Ye najata nijivanti, in which they remain, because of which sustains them. Yat prayanti abhisambhishanti, into which they go back. From where all these things have come, where all these things stand, remain, and into which they go back. So, tad vijijnasasva. You try to understand that. You find out from where all these things have come, unto which it will return back, and where they are all now remaining. That you will find out. That is tad brahmeti. That is Brahman. That you find through these 5. I have told annam pranam chakshushrotram mano vachamiti, through which you find out, he said. Then tad vijijnasasva. You find it out. You seek that, you find out that. So how to find out, he has not given. So he himself, Bhrigu himself thought, how to find out? I will meditate upon that. He has given me some instructions. I will contemplate on that. I will meditate on that. Thinking like that. Tad brahmedi. Satapo tapyata. So Bhrigu, having heard the father, Varuna, explaining all these things, but he has not told this is the way. So why this is told? Because this seeking of the supreme reality, seeking of Bhagavan has to be done individually by one, individually. It is not, nobody can do it for you. Nobody can bless you and bring you that. You yourself have to do it. So that is why father will be very much attached to the son. When the son asked, all right, you come here, I will give you, he did not say. You have to find out, each one. If you want to eat, if you are hungry, you have to eat. Your father cannot eat. Your father cannot put it into your mouth also. You have to eat. Likewise, this inquiry into the supreme reality and understanding that we have to do ourselves. One has to do himself, not by others. No guru can bless, no God can bless. So, tad brahmedi. Satapo tapyata, satapas taptva. Then he meditated upon that. And then, first he meditated upon Anna. Then he realized that Annam is Brahman. Annam Brahme Divyajanat. We will have a quick look of what I have covered so far. Annam Brahme Divyajanat. Annatyeva kalvimani bhutani jayante. Anne najata nijivanti. Annam prayanti abhisambhishanti iti. Tadvijnaya punareva varunam pitaramupatasara. Adhihi bhagavo brahmeti. Tagumho vacha. Tapasa brahma vijijnasasva. Tapo brahmeti. Satapo tapyata. Satapas taptva. Then having meditated, Bhrigu understood Annam is Brahman, food is Brahman, because everything comes out of food. Food maintains them. Everything is sustained by the food. And finally they enter into food. Therefore, food is Brahman. So, Annena Jata, Annadyeva Kalvimani Bhutani Jayante, all these things have born out of Anna. Annena Jatani Jivanti. All these things exist because of Anna. Annam Prayanti Abhisambhishanti. Finally they proceed and enter into Anna. Therefore, he thought Annam is Brahman. Then, Punareva Varunam Pitaramupasasara. Then he approached the father. But he has a doubt. Annam cannot be Brahman. Anna cannot be, food cannot be Brahman. So, again he approached the father and told him, Adihi Bhagavo Brahmeti. Then the father says, Tapasa Brahma Vijigyasasva. First time, now only he says, Tapasa Brahma Vijigyasasva. First time he did not say, now only he says, Tapasa Brahma Vijigyasasva. You did tapasya and found out this. Similarly, you again do tapasya and find out. Tapasa Brahma Vijigyasasva. You do tapasya and find out, he said. Tapo Brahmedi, tapas is Brahman. Then again he went, Satapo Tapyata, Satapas Taptva. Then he found out prana is Brahman. Prano Brahmedi Vyajanat. Pranadhyeva kalvimani bhutani jayante. Pranena jatani jivanti. Pranam prayantyapi sampishanti. Tad vijnaya punareva varunam pitaramupasasara. Adhihi bhagavo brahmeti. Tagumho vacha. Tapasa brahma vijigyasasva. Tapo brahmeti. Satapo tapyata. Then he said, prana is Brahman. He understood because everything is born out of Pranadyeva kalvimani bhutani jayante. Everything has come out of prana only. And everything remains in prana. And finally everything proceeds and merges into prana. Therefore, prana is Brahman, he thought. But he had a doubt. Prana cannot be Brahman. Because it is a Jadavastu. Punareva varunam pitaram upasasara. Again he asked, Adhige Bhagavo Brahmeti. Then he says again, Tapasa Brahma Vijigyasasva. He said the same thing. You contemplate and find out. Seek to find out. Tapo Brahmeti. Tapas is Brahman. So again, Bhrigu went, Satapo Tapyata, Satapas Taptva. He went and again meditated and thought, mind is the Brahman. He came to a conclusion that mind is the Brahman. Mano Brahme Divyajanat. Manaso Hyeva Khalvimani Bhutani Jayante. Manasa Jata Nijivanti. Manaprayantyapi sampisantiti. Tad Vijnaya Punareva Varunam Pitaramupasasara. Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti. Tagumho Vacha. Tapasa Brahma Vijigyasasva. Tapo Brahmeti. Satapo Tapyata. Then he thought mind is Brahman because everything has born out of mind. Everything is sustained by the mind and everything goes into the mind only. Then again doubt came. Mind cannot be Brahman because it comes and goes. It is a tool. It is a karana, antakarana. So karana cannot be Brahman. So then he again asked father, Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmedi, kindly enlighten me, father, he said. Hey Bhagavan, kindly enlighten me. And then father says, Tapasa Brahma Vijigyasasva. You go and meditate, you find out. Tapo Brahmeti. Tapas is Brahman. Satapo Tapyata. Satapas Taptva. Vijnanam Brahme Divyajanat. Vijnanat Deva Kalvimani Bhutani Jayante. Vijnane Najata Nijivanti. Vijnanam Prayantyapi Sampisantiti. Tad Vijnaya Punareva Varunam Pitaram Upasasara. Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti. Tagumho Vacha. Tapasa Brahma Vijigyasasva. Tapo Brahmeti. Satapo Tapyata. Satapas Taptva. Then he thought knowledge is Brahman, intellect is Brahman. Vijnanat Deva Kalvimani. Everything is born out of knowledge. Everything is supported and remains in knowledge. And everything goes back into knowledge. Therefore, knowledge is Brahman. Then also we found out that changes, knowledge changes. It is Kshanika also. Then therefore again he got a doubt. It cannot be Brahman. So again he asked, Father, kindly enlighten me. Bhagavan, kindly enlighten me. Teach me the Brahman. Then he told, Tagum Hovaja Tapasa Brahma Vijigyasasva. Again you go and contemplate. Again you meditate. Do tapasya and find out. Then Bhrigu again went and did tapasya. Up to this we have covered, okay? Up to this we have covered. And then now Bhrigu finds out Anando Brahme Divyajanat. Up to this we have covered, I think, okay? Anando Brahme Divyajanat. Anandat Deva Kalvimani Bhutani Jayante. Anande najata nijivanti Anandam prayanti abhisampishanti iti Saisha bhargavi varuni vidya Parame vyoman pratishtita Sayayevam veda pratitishthati Annavanannado bhavati Mahan bhavati prajaya pashubhir Brahmavatyasena Mahan kirtya. So then he found out Ananda, bliss is Brahman. Anando Brahmedi Vyajanat. Because everything has come from that Ananda, Antarananda. Ananda Deva Kalbimani Bhutani Jayante. Everything has come from that Ananda. Anandena Jatani Jivanti. All these things are living because of that joy. Anandam Prayanti Abhisambhishanti. Everything finally merges into that. So this is Saisha Bhargavi Varuni Vidya. This is the knowledge given by Varuna and Bhrigu. The knowledge that came through Bhrigu, instructed by Varuna. So what is that Ananda? Parame Vyoman Pratishtita. That Ananda is there in the Parame Vyoman Pratishtita, in that supreme Akasha, which is in your heart. In that heart center, there is a supreme Akasha is there. In that Akasha only Bhagavan remains. That is why when we say I, when we say we touch here. So in that Hridaya Akasha, and that Ananda lies in that Hridaya Akasha. So Parame Vyoman Pratishtha, that Ananda, that Brahman which is Ananda Swarupa, Sachidananda Swarupa, bliss, it remains in the Hridaya Akasha. Sajayevam Veda Praditishthati. Whosoever knows this, he gets established in that Ananda. Whosoever understands that Ananda, he gets established in that Ananda. Annavanannado bhavati Mahan bhavati prajaya pashubhir Brahmavarchasena Mahan kirtya. Not only that, he will be Annavan. He will have all food. Food is Upalakshana. He will have all the comforts in this world. He will have all the wealth in this world. Annavan, annado bhavati. Annada means, anna is food. Annada means one who eats. He will be having all the food in the world. He will also enjoy this food. He will having all the wealth and he will be able to enjoy also. You see, this mantra is usually chanted. This is called Panchayati. This mantra alone will be chanted when you are honoring. Suppose somebody gives a lecture, and then finally after that we go and honor with shawl and other things and give dakshina. At that time this mantra will be chanted. Normally they will say Anandam Anando Brahme Divyajanat, then Mahan Kirtya. At that time we give actually. So it is usually done that. So Annavan Annado Bhavati Mahan Bhavati Prajaya Pashabhihi Brahmavatyasena. He will have all the wealth of this world, and also he will have the Paramananda. Janaka Maharaja, he had all the pleasures of this world. He was king, emperor, and he was a realist saint also. So likewise, so many people are there. So for example, there is in the Chandogya Upanishad there is a story of Janashruti. Janashruti was a king, and that king had whosoever comes to his place. So he has got so many annakshetras in different places. Those whosoever comes here, they will be eating his food only. So he is so much annadana he was doing. So there is a story that one day he was lying down on the terrace, looking into the moon at night, and then two birds, Krishna Swamiji explains this, two birds flying, one behind the other. So when they were about to fly over him, the second bird tells the first bird, "Hey, Ballaksha, hey, blind fellow, don't fly over Jnanasruti. You fly little away. His tejas is such that it will burn you. His tejas is such a tejas he has got, it will burn you." Then the first bird asked whether he is as famous as Raikwa. So he was giving so much food. Annavan Annado Bhavati. Like that, Annada, so many people are there. So they had all the wealth, they will have all the wealth in this world. And and they will also have that pleasure of enjoying all those things. At the same time, they will be realized saint also. Not all need not be Virakta Mahatmas. Some will be Virakta Mahatmas, some will be in the world, but mentally they will be Viraktas. But all the wealth will be there. So, Annavan Annado Bhavati, Mahan Bhavati, Prajaya Pashubihi Brahmapachasena. He will be a great person, and he will have progeny, he will have good children, and cattle wealth, Pashubihi Brahmapachasena, Brahma Tejas will be there, and Mahan Kirtya, great fame will also be there. So, whosoever realizes this Ananda is Brahman, Anandam Brahmedi Vijanate, whosoever knows this, whosoever realizes that Ananda, which is there in the heart center, which is in the space of your heart, they will get established in that Ananda, and they will have all the worldly comforts. Annavan, he will have plenty of food. And Annadaha, Annada means one who eats. He will have food, and he will be a good eater also. Does not mean that he will eat so much. He will be able to enjoy all the pleasures of this world. So they will be here enjoying the pleasures and not connected to that. So there are stories like this, Some of the stories are told. Then the Kathagas used to tell one story. It's not a Pauranika Katha, but normal Katha, but it conveys the meaning. Once, I do not know that, I don't remember the story exactly. Somebody was to cross the Yamuna river, and there was flood. So they say that Bhagavan Sri Krishna, and they gave food to the Durvasa or Maharshi, somebody, and they carrying the food, and then there was big flood. So then Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, you tell the Yamuna, Bhagavan Sri Krishna is a brahmachari, please give way. So the Yamuna gave way and they crossed. And they gave food. So Durvasa Maharshi ate all the food. And again they have to come back. The flood was there. What should I tell? If Durvasa is fasting, you give way, you say. So he ate all the food, he says. If Durvasa is fasting, then give way. So it gave way, they say. So although physically he was eating, that is there established in Brahman. So he neither eats nor remain fasting. So that both the opposites will be reconciled there. He is neither starving nor eating. He is in a stage where pairs of opposites will reconcile. So if you can say, I have eaten, I have not eaten. Because I have not eaten, I have eaten. That's also correct. Both will reconcile that. That is why these stories are being told. That means in that position, if you get established in Brahman, no activity touches you. Although you are constantly engaged in activities, no activity touches you. So whatever you do, it doesn't affect you because mind is not there. Only when the mind is there, action is there. When the mind is not there, action is not there. So the body will be acting, but the mind will not be involved in that. So Annavan Annado Bhavati, Mahan Bhavati Prajaya Pashibihi Brahmavarchasena. So he will have all the wealth of this world, all the worldly comforts, secular comforts will be there, secular wealth will be there, and also he will have the spiritual wealth. So why this chapter, the Shankaracharya, in this chapter, while commenting on this chapter, he says how it happened, he says, Evam tapasa vishuddhatma pranadishu sakalyena brahmalakshanam apashyan shanaihi antaranupravisya antaratmanam anandam brahma vijnadavane tapasa eva sadhanena Bhriguhu. So he says Bhrigu, every time first he meditated on Anna, he found it has got the qualifications of the Brahman, but something is lacking. Then again he meditated on Prana. Like that, Evam Tapasa, by continuously doing tapasya, Vishuddhatma, he becomes pure, the mind becomes pure, Vishuddhatma, Pranadishu Sakalyena Brahma Lakshanam Apashyan. Having meditated on that, every time he is meditating, he is doing tapasya, he is becoming pure. And he realized this is Brahman, this is Brahman, this is Brahman, like that. But then he realizes that it cannot be fully Brahman because something is there, something is lacking there, something is wanting there. It has not got all the colors. So what happens? Shanehi antaranupravishya. So from outer he is going inwards. Initially, now also your upasana in the temples, we are worshipping Bhagavan. Bhagavan is outside. Upasana is outside. What happens? Slowly we are withdrawing that. We are withdrawing into ourselves. Try to behold Bhagavan here. So, shanehi antaranupravishya. Antaratmanam anandam brahma vijñātavān. Slowly he goes inward and finds that Paramatma is here. In that Antaratma, Paramatma is here. Whom you are worshipping, that Paramatma is here. Then once you feel is here, then you see everywhere also. Once you find him here, you feel everywhere. Now you see him in some idol, and it is confined to that idol. It is not there outside. Once he has entered, and when you see him inside, Antaratma, in that Antaratma, if you are able to behold him, then when you open your eyes, you will see everywhere. That is the other day also I told you, when Dhruva was meditating on Bhagavan, and he was seeing, he saw that Bhagavan inside. And then Bhagavan came and removed that from his mind. When he removed that mind, he got a shock and he opened his eyes. When he opened his eyes, he saw Bhagavan standing outside. What he was meditating inside, he saw it outside. So once Bhagavan enters into your mind, then you will find that when you open the eyes, you will be able to behold him everywhere. Let us behold thee in all these names and forms will happen once you are able to behold him in the Antaratma. That is called Anandamaya Kosha. Anandam Brahmedi Vyajanat is that. So, and then having got that, then he says, Tasmade tapasa eva sadhanena. Tasmade Brahma Vidiknyasuna. Those who are desirous of realizing that supreme reality, those who are desirous of realizing Bhagavan, Bhashya Antakarana Sadhanam Lakshanam Param, Bhashya Antakarana Samadhana Lakshanam, Bhashya Antakarana Samadhana Lakshanam Paramam Tapaha Anushteyam iti Prakaranarthaha. You got it? Bhashya Antakarana Samadhana Lakshanam. What is tapasya? Externally also you are peaceful, internally also peaceful. Bhashya Antakarana Samadhana Lakshanam Paramam Tapaha. That is the Parama Tapasya. Totally calm. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. That Shanti is Brahman. That Shanti is Bhagavan. Paramam Tapaha. Anushteyam. Iti Prakaranartha. Why this is being told? Through this Prakarana, through these stories, through this Achyayika, the Upanishad is telling us that tapasya you have to do, you realize. And what is tapasya? Bhashya Antakarana Samadhana Lakshanam Paramam Tapaha. Total calmness, externally and internally. That calmness, that Shanti comes to you when the mind is devoid of all desires. As long as there is some desire in the mind, that will disturb you. So ultimately, accepting God, other than God, nothing is required. That thought should come in our mind. Nothing is required other than that. Nothing will give us happiness. If all the things are provided, then also we will not be happy. So in this world, nothing is going to give you happiness. So there is no point in acquiring all these things. So by achieving one, you can achieve everything. So that tapasya we have to do, that is the Prakaranartha. So after that, Anandam Brahmedi Vyajanat, that is the introduction Shankaracharya Bhagavan says. Next mantra is Annam Nanindyad Tadvratam, okay? Annam Nanindyad Tadvratam Prano va Annam Shariram Annadam Prane Shariram Pratishtitum Sharire Prana Pratishtitah Tadedadannamanne Pratishtitum स एतदन्नमन्ये प्रतिष्ठितं वेद प्रतिष्ठति अन्नवानन्नादो भवति महान् भवति प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसेन महान् कीर्त्या. So, annam na nindyat. Don't speak ill about food, he says. Annam na nindyat. Never you should speak ill about food. Because annam is Bhagavan actually. Annam brahme divyajanat. So anna ninda you should not do. Annam na nindyat. Tad vratam, that is a vow. You should not do ninda of anna. Then he says prano va annam, and anna is prana. Prana is annam. Prana is also annam. This prana is also annam. Then he says shariram annadam. Prana is anna and shariram is annada. Shariram is the eater. Body is the eater and prana is the food. First he says annam na nindyat, because anna is the gateway to Brahman, gateway to Bhagavan. If food is not there, you will not be able to do anything. God realization comes after food only. First food is required. After that only you have to sit and meditate. Without food, how will you meditate? Okay? So, to start with, you need food. So, anna is very important. So, annam na nindyat. That tadbratam. You should not do ninda to anna. Then he says, prano va annam. Prana is anna. How come that prana is anna? That I will tell you. Shariram annadam. Sharira is the eater. Because the prana is there inside the body. Prana is inside the body only. The prana is here only, inside only. When you take it, the prana, it is inside. The body covers the prana. So whatever is there, suppose if you put the food inside, it remains there. That's only it is called food. So because body is covering that, containing that prana, prana is anna and sharira is annada. Sharira is annada. Prana is anna and shariram is eater. Okay? Now, I will give you one example. Brahmarpanam brahmahavi. Brahmagnu brahmanahutam. Brahmaiva tena gandavyam brahmakarma samadhina. Every day you chant. What does it mean? Brahmarpanam. Arpanam means that tools. Arpanam means that Shrukshuvadi, the tools. Brahmarpanam. The Shrukshuvadi, all the tools with which you serve, that is all Brahman. Brahmarpanam, Brahma Havihi. Brahman is, Havis is Brahman. Havi means what? Food. Brahma Havihi. Brahmarpanam, Brahma Havihi, Brahma Agnu. Agni is Brahman. Brahmanahutam. One who offers it is also Brahman. Brahmaiva tena gandavyam. It should go into Brahman. That you say. So everything is considered as Brahman. The tool with which we offer, that tool is Brahman. That food, that Havis, that Anna is Brahman. That Agni is Brahman. And what is offered is Brahman. So everything is Brahman. That is what you say. So there also Brahmarpanam Brahmahavi means you are going to eat. The food is Brahman. The eater is Brahman. That's what you are meaning actually. The food is Brahman and the eater is also Brahman. Okay? Food is Brahman. Every day you are telling Brahmarpanam Brahmahavi. So here the prana is inside the body and body is covering that prana. So prana is anna and body is annada, because it was eaten. As you take food and swallow it, the prana also you are swallowing. So prana is anna and shariram annadam. Prane shariram pratishtitam. In that prana only this body remains. Body gets established. Body remains in the prana. So the body remains in the prana. Without the prana, body cannot remain. Shariram prane pratishtitam. But the prana is inside the body. Because of the prana, the body is existing. And the prana is inside the body also. So there is a mutual dependence is there. You understand me actually? The prana is inside you, inside the body. So prana is as good as a food. If you swallow a banana like that, you swallow a prana. So prana is a food. Body is the eater. And without the prana, the body cannot stand. So, the body is dependent on the prana. And sharire prana pratishtitaha. Without this body, prana cannot remain. So the prana remains because of the body, and the body remains because of the prana. So there is a mutual dependence is there. So there is mutual dependence is there. Why this is told? Because here also everything is mutually dependent. Everything is mutually dependent here. Nothing is independent here. That from the very beginning I was telling this. Our problem is we consider that I am independent. I will do whatever I like. I have idea. You have idea, your idea is connected to all other ideas. So we are mutually dependent actually. We are connected to everything here. That connectivity you have to, they first started with meditation on the connectivity. So, prane shariram pratishtitam, sharire prana pratishtitaha, tadedanna manne pratishtitam. So one anna is established in another anna. One anna is supported by another anna. One food is supporting the another by another food. So these are mutually dependent. So prana is anna, sharira is also anna. So this anna is supporting this anna. This food is supporting this food. Okay, suppose I am supporting you. This body is supporting this body. This is hydrocarbon. This hydrocarbon is supporting that hydrocarbon. Okay, you are hydrocarbon, I am also hydrocarbon. You can also say this Brahman is supporting that Brahman. So, annam anne pradishthidam. One anna is established in another anna. Why all these things are told? Annam anne pradishthidam means everything is anna here. Everything is anna here. Bhagavan Sri Krishna says in that Bhumiraponalo, what is that sloka? Bhumiraponalo vayu kammano buddhirevacha ahankaram idime binna pradirashtata. So all these are Prakriti only. So it is one name, it is called Prakriti. So they are all one only. Why do you say Bhumi is different, water is different, earth is different, water is different, sky is different? It is one Prakriti only, you call it by different names. As you call your body by this is leg, this is hand. So this is all one body only. Likewise, Sharira and Prana both are Anna. From one angle this is Anna, from another angle this is Anna. And they are mutually dependent. Therefore, Tadetad Annam Anne Pradishtidam. One food is supporting the other food. One is supporting the other. The other is supporting this. Sayayedadannamanne pradishtidam veda pratitishthati. Whosoever understands that everything is mutually dependent here, they get established in that Brahman. Whosoever understands that everything is mutually connected to the other, it is connected to the other, they are mutually dependent on each other. Everything is connected to everything here, and everything is dependent on the other thing. Whosoever knows that way, they get established in that Brahman. Or a holistic view you should have, overall view. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma, that is view actually. Vishwarupa means what? Everything is in one Bhagavan. All things, Agni and water, air, earth, everything will be in Bhagavan. Vishwarupa, it should be everything. All the Prakriti should be there. The mountain should be there, the river should be there. The peak will be there, the hill will be there, the valley will be there. Okay? So all are connected to each other. So whosoever knows. So annam anne pradishtidam. One anna is established in another anna. That is, everything is dependent on every other thing. Whosoever knows this. Such a person, annavan annado bhavati. Mahan bhavati prajaya pasibhar brahma varchasena. This is a common thing. So he will be annavan, he will have plenty of food. And he will be annadaha, he will be eater also. And Mahan bhavati, he will be a great one. And he will have progeny. And he will have cattle wealth and other wealth. And he will have brahma varchas. And he will have great fame. He will be very famous. So like that it concludes the 8th mantra we will see tomorrow. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahi Tejasvina Vaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om.